my channel. Today we are back with another Eras Tour Tips video because Taylor has recently announced the international dates, so I want to talk a bit about how these sales are going to work, and we're specifically going to really be focusing on the UK and Ireland, but some of this will also apply to the rest of Europe as well. So I have worn my Taylor Swift top for the occasion. So what we're going to be talking about in this video is basically the registration, the pre-sales that are available, hospitality tickets, and resale tickets. So first up, let's talk about registration. So registration has now closed, unfortunately. So if you've not registered, you will not be able to access tickets at this moment in time. So basically this registration is essentially for the main sale. The main sale people have to be registered and then they will get a code from Ticketmaster. Now we don't really know how this is going to work. We don't know if like loads of people are going to get a code and then get to access the sale, or if it's just going to be a handful and then they're slowly going to release codes out. So what they're going to do is on the 5th of July you will find out if you have access to this main sale. If you do not get access on the main sale on the 5th of July, you will then be waitlisted and you have the potential to be picked in the future for a sale, but there is no confirmation of whether you actually will be able to then access a sale. It just means you're waitlisted. Here is when tickets will go on sale for those people with the codes. And again, this is the main sale. There is no general sale in the UK after this, but we'll talk a bit more about that in a second. So Edinburgh's tickets will go on sale for both nights on the 19th of July at 2 PM local. Liverpool and Cardiff will go on sale at the 20th of July at 2 PM local, and London will go on sale on the 18th of July at 2 PM local. Tickets will only be available to buy from Ticketmaster and Access, and only the people who have the code will have the opportunity to purchase tickets at this time. So basically what this means is that there'll be no general sale. If you do not get a code at this current moment in time, you'll not be able to get tickets, and it is on a first come first served basis. Now, a lot of people aren't happy with this. It's going to be quite a confusing system, but hopefully it works out for the best and hopefully it gets the tickets into the hands of most fans. Now, I'm not sure how Ticketmaster's picking these fans. Some people have said it's based on your concert kind of history. Hopefully that's not the case, because for a lot of people this will be their first concert, but we really don't know. And as I said, this registration is now closed. It was open from when she announced tickets until the 22nd of June at midnight. So yeah, this is now closed. If you have not registered by now, unfortunately you will not get the chance to get a code currently. Now, I do believe that there'll be a general sale in the future. Maybe if she announces extra dates for these cities. I don't think she's going to announce any extra cities, but I do think she'll announce extra dates for cities, because that's what she's done in the US and as well as other international shows. So I can see that happening, but I don't think we'll get any other cities. Potentially with these new cities, then they'll do it as a general sale, but I imagine what will happen is that people who have access to those first Edinburgh dates and didn't manage to get tickets will then say get access to a third Edinburgh date, and I think that's how it's going to work. But again, we don't really know. This is just kind of like rumours at the current moment in time. So yeah, just to recap, no general sale. I know it sucks. I'm not Ticketmaster. I cannot decide how this is going to work. But yeah. This is what's going to happen. It is going to be very difficult to get tickets. There is a rumour that around 8 million people signed up, with around 3 million of them being from the UK, just for these UK dates. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. I think Dublin tickets are relatively similar, but I'm just talking about the UK at the current moment in time, but Dublin will be relatively similar. So just to recap, if you have registered, you will find out on the 5th of July whether or not you get a code, and then between the 18th and 20th of July, tickets will go on sale at 2 PM local, and this is just for the UK dates, and make sure you check which date these tickets that you want to go for are on sale. Only people who get the code will be able to purchase tickets at this time. It's a first come first served basis. We currently don't know the prices, but prices I'm going to estimate, because obviously we've got to bear in mind what the US prices were, but also what the Reputation Tour prices were in the UK last time. I think the cheapest we're going to get is probably £50, maybe for limited view. I think that's kind of the standard, and then it's probably going to go up. Now, as the floor is rumoured to be general admission, I think floor will be cheaper than it has been in the past. I'm going to want to say floor between 150 to 200, and then there's also a golden circle, and I want to say this will be between like 170 to maybe around 200. But again, we don't know at the current moment in time. On Taylor's previous tours, basically the floor area has all been assigned seating, so people are very surprised that it is general admission. There are a lot of advantages and disadvantages to it. An advantage is that more people can get tickets, because you can obviously put more people in when there's no seats, but then you also get the disadvantage of that people are going to camp for days if not weeks, which obviously sucks for a lot of people who cannot camp for accessibility reasons, for the fact they have a job and stuff. So I do think overall it's a bit of a disadvantage. Even if tickets are slightly cheaper and there's more of them, I think it is a shame, because a lot of people then won't be able to get up close to their favourite artists because they will have to purchase seats. And again, there's advantages and disadvantages on both sides. I think what would have been a nice compromise is what Taylor's done in the past, where she's had assigned seating, but then she's also had a few pit areas, and these are general admission, so people who want to camp, people who want to be in a general admission area can get it. But unfortunately, it is looking like it's going to be all GA. Maybe they'll change their mind, but we just don't know. Next up, let's talk about pre-sale tickets. So there are two pre-sales that are going on mainly in the UK. We have the Midnights pre-order pre-sale and then also the football ticket season holders pre-sale. Now obviously I'm going to know more about the Midnights one because I did pre-order Midnights and I personally do not understand a lot about football, but we're going to try to talk about it a little bit. Okay, so the Midnights pre-sale, basically if you pre-ordered Taylor's Midnights album, whether in vinyl, digital or CD format on her UK store before it came out, you should have received an email basically saying that you've got access to a specific pre-sale. Now a lot of people on other apps have been quite confused, like on TikTok and stuff, they've been like, well this isn't fair, they're going to put all these tickets, they're going to sell out. What happens with a pre-sale is they put a limited amount of tickets in that pre-sale. For most of the time, they will not put all the tickets in one pre-sale, and they won't do it this time. They're going to have a limited number in this pre-sale. It's just how it always works. It's a pre-sale, it's a sale before the main sale. So that's basically what it is. So if you did have this email, you'll have seen basically that you have to put your preferences in on which dates you want first. Now this is actually for tickets for UK and Ireland. It also includes the Dublin show, and you just kind of put your preferences in. We thought this actually meant something, but basically your code will actually work for all of these dates. The preferences is just for admin purposes, but your code will work for all of the dates, but you can only buy a maximum of 4 tickets per code. Codes are non-transferable, you cannot transfer this code. It has to be the email linked to that specific code, and it has to be on that Ticketmaster account basically. But yeah, 4 tickets across the dates, so you can't buy 4 tickets for Liverpool, 4 tickets for London. You could buy 2 tickets for Liverpool, 2 tickets for London. That's how it works, so a total of 4. Resale tickets will go on sale on the 10th of July, and the dates are as follows. So London will be Monday the 10th of July at 10 AM, Edinburgh and Dublin Tuesday the 11th of July at 10 AM, and Liverpool and Cardiff Wednesday the 12th of July at 10 AM. You will get your pre-sale code between the 6th of July and the 7th of July, and if you've not had it the 7th of July, there is an email. In that email you'll have received to email basically asking them for the code. Ticket sales are going to be very limited in this. Just because you have a code does not mean that you will automatically get tickets. They are going to be very, very limited, but it is just another option, and I think it's really great. I know some people have been sad because it's like, oh well, I've only just become a fan and stuff, like, and now I can't get access to this pre-sale. But personally I think it's great for people who have been a fan that they have this. To be honest, I really would have loved if they've done a Loverfest pre-sale as well for people who had tickets to see Taylor at Loverfest, which ultimately got cancelled. That would have been really nice as well. But at the end of the day, I think it's great they're doing something for fans who did pre-order Midnights. Some people did fill out the form without pre-ordering Midnights. I've had a few people say, well, I didn't pre-order, and it's like, well, you would have filled the form out. That's basically how it goes. But yes, there is that pre-sale for those people that is available. So that is a bit of a breathing room for some people, so at least they'll be able to access tickets even if they don't get a code for the main sale. So the second of these pre-sales is the football one. It's the football season ticket holder. I don't know which venues this is available at because I don't know a lot about football. Obviously, I respect people who are into the football, but I don't know. But I know for Anfield, if you're a Liverpool season ticket holder, you will get access to a separate pre-sale. Again, I don't know the full details of this. Make sure you just contact Anfield and see what's kind of going on with it. But yes, there are just a limited number of tickets available for you guys to purchase these tickets. Now, let's talk about hospitality. Hospitality is the next section of tickets that are available. Some of these venues have actually already sold them and reserved them to people. I've seen this at Edinburgh, Liverpool and London, and maybe other venues as well. Now some people have been saying that these tickets may get cancelled because technically they weren't supposed to go on sale. I really hope that's not the case, because I think it would be very unfair to take those tickets away from people if they've already purchased them and confirmed them. But again, I don't know fully what's kind of going on there. So these hospitality prices are obviously the hospitality prices, they're expensive. They started off at Liverpool around $250 and then some fees, and they went up to around $400 to $500, and Wembley goes up to around $900 because obviously it's Wembley. But yeah, hospitality is expensive. These won't be the prices of the actual tickets just for the show. It's basically because it includes free food, drinks and that sort of thing. Obviously it's a very luxury experience, it's a very fancy experience, but yes, some people, if you see they've got tickets, the reason they've got tickets is because they will have purchased them hospitality. Please, please, please make sure you're double checking your vendor when you're buying these tickets. Do not buy them from anywhere unofficial. Make sure you are on the official website or you're calling the official number and stuff. You do not want to get them off a fake website. But yeah, be aware that they have gone on sale. I do think the majority of these have sold out now, but you may be put on a wait list, so there's no harm in calling up or emailing the stadium to ask them if they have any available, if that's something you want to look into. Obviously for everybody, they are a luxury option. They may not be an option for everybody, but they are there and they have helped some people get tickets before they went on sale in the main kind of sale. Now these tickets were not limited to season ticket holders or anything. I think for Wembley they may be limited to Club Wembley members. Feel free to correct me in the comments though, but again I do think they were accidentally sold too early. But hopefully, I really don't want them to cancel. I've got a lot of friends who did get these tickets, so I really hope they just honour them. Even if they did accidentally mess up, these people still had these tickets, so fingers crossed all goes well. But yeah, that is what is going on in terms of hospitality and why you'll have seen some people who have said they've got tickets. Okay, so this is the last resort option. Let's talk about resale. So if you've seen the resale tickets in the US, you will know they are very, very expensive. For places like MetLife, Nashville and LA, they are honestly unbelievable, like $1,500 for upper tier, nosebleeds, limited side view. They're expensive because those tickets were $49 and people are reselling them for like 30 times the price. So please be aware that they will be expensive and please only buy them from official vendors, like official resale places. I would personally really advise against buying them off Twitter or Facebook unless you are like an expert in making sure you are knowing what's going on. So basically, first up, let's talk about resale sites. The first one I will always support is Twickets. Twickets, basically, you can only sell the tickets for face value. If you buy your tickets and you realise, oh, you can't go, please resell them on Twickets. You can get all your money back, including the fees, but you're making sure they get into the hands of fans and into the hands of fans at a good cost, the original cost that it was. Please, 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 if you get tickets, don't resell them for significantly more than face value. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, I need to make money and stuff, and there are other ways to make money than taking advantage of people who just want to see their favourite artist in concert. Please, I would advise against it at all cost. I just think, imagine if someone did that with you. Like, imagine if you want to see your favourite artist and people bought all these tickets and resold them for, like, ridiculously expensive. Or say you collect something and people do that. Like, it's not a nice thing to do. Please just be respectful of people. Fingers crossed people will. I know in the UK technically it is illegal to do this, but people still do it unfortunately. But hopefully people will be nice. I doubt it, but you can always hope, can't you? Yeah, I would always recommend Twickets first. The unfortunate thing with Twickets is obviously people do want to make a profit, so they do sell them on other resale sites where they can sell them significant amount more, so sometimes Twicket doesn't have the biggest like inventory. Places that do are places like StubHub. StubHub is actually where we got our tickets for MetLife Stadium when we went to see Taylor in the US, but yes, they are expensive. People can sell them for pretty much whatever price they want. One of the benefits of StubHub is, I believe, at least the majority of the time, if the ticket is fake and the unlikely chance it is fake on there, they will honour you with another ticket in a very similar spot. Obviously, it's not always possible to put you in a similar spot, but they will offer you like another ticket. They will make sure that you are inside the stadium. Now, this is not always the case. You've always got to like take resale tickets with a pinch of salt. Sometimes things can go wrong, which is really unfortunate. So if you are flying somewhere and stuff, please like just be 100% sure on your tickets that they are like legit, because you don't want to get to a venue, find out they are not legit and there's no tickets available kind of situation. But yes, StubHub is one of the better ones. Again, I'm not a huge fan personally just because of how much they resell them for. Same for SeatGeek. I think SeatGeek's a similar thing. I've never used SeatGeek, so I can't comment on how like good or bad it is, but yeah, be aware of that as well. Apparently Viagogo is not great. I've heard this from other people who have used it, so be aware of that as well. Just make sure you are checking that these websites are the legit websites, that the tickets seem legit. Most of the time it's StubHub who will confirm these tickets and stuff, so you don't have to check if they're legit tickets, and you should get them quite like soon after you purchase them. But yeah, just double check on the website and the reviews and stuff. Don't buy them off some like 1-star review website, because you might not be able to get your tickets and get scammed. Now, if you want to buy them off people, like off individual sellers on Facebook, Twitter, etc., please double, triple, quadruple check the tickets. People are scammers. There are so many scammers. If you make any kind of tweet on Twitter about tickets, you will have so many replies being like, oh, my cousin can't go anymore and they're selling tickets, contact blah, blah, blah on Instagram. Or, oh, I'm selling tickets because like my pet goldfish died. Like, please, 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 if you ever see anything like this and you see them replying to every single person, they're a scammer. There is absolutely no way that these people are begging this much to sell their own tickets. Please, they are always going to be a scammer no matter what. They are always a scammer. one way to check if someone's a scammer on Twitter is to check their tweets. If they've not got many tweets, the chances are scammer. If you look, basically, a lot of the time they will then retweet a load of stuff in like order to make it seem like they've been a fan for a while, but you can see usually if you look at their likes, depending on like how much they like, or if you look on the media section of their Twitter, if they've not done a lot in there, probably a scammer. One way you can also do it is check via FaceTime, so you can do a FaceTime video with them, ask for them to see the tickets, because obviously it's a big purchase, so most of them, if they are reasonable, will just do this, as well as also asking for a screen recording of your conversation and then going on to the tickets. Now, people are faking these. One of the ways you can tell they are fake is because through a glitch. A lot of the time there is a glitch. You will notice that the thing kind of loads way too quickly and it just kind of jumps on screen. Sometimes it's very easy to spot, sometimes you do have to be quite like eagle-eyed to spot it, so just be really, really careful when purchasing tickets. Make sure they're a legit person. Don't buy them off someone who's made their account last month. Don't buy them off someone who has no pictures of themselves. Like, just be safe online. And if you are going to buy tickets, only use PayPal goods and services. Sometimes if they are scammers, they'll be like, well, PayPal goods and services only protects the buyer. That is false. PayPal goods and services protects both the buyer and the seller. So people who say that it only protects the buyer are lying to you. It protects the buyer and the seller. Never under any circumstance, unless they are your bestest friend in the entire world, you've known them for 10 years and you know they would never do this, use PayPal friends and family. Use PayPal goods and services. It may be slightly more expensive, you may have to pay a fee, but it is worth it because you will get your money back if they are scammers. And a lot of the time they may be scammers. So please do that. There is also another option for tickets. Eras Tour Resale on Twitter is a great option. They are very, very difficult to get. I tried so hard with MetLife with these. Basically, they're a group of Swifties who work so incredibly hard in their free time to basically provide tickets for people. What they do is they get genuine sellers who are looking to sell tickets to genuine fans for face value. They like make sure all the tickets are legit and stuff. They do all the hard work. They honestly do such a good job. I think they have started posting about international dates, so I think they will continue it for the international dates as well. But yeah, they're honestly fantastic, and it's so great to see Swifties doing like that to support other Swifties. But like, if you know the people who run it, like I think I follow them for quite a bit, you'll know they're just generally nice people, so it's not surprising that they are just so lovely. But yeah, we appreciate that so much when Swifties look out for each other. Finally, competitions. There are going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of competitions, mainly radio ones. Radio ones always do competitions for like concert tickets, but just take a look. There will be loads out there. Just enter them. If you know you can get to the concert, enter them. If you don't think you can get to the concert, please don't enter them and take away the opportunity for another fan. Only enter if you know you can get there. But they will be available. Obviously, I can't comment which ones will do this and stuff, but just take a look around at local radio stations and see what's out there. I wanted to end this video basically talk about the experience I've had talking about Taylor Swift tickets on TikTok. People have unfortunately not been very nice about me offering tips, and I want to explain why I offer tips in the hopes that if anyone thinks the same thing on here, they'll listen to this before they comment. So I offer tips and like updates on Taylor Swift ticket sales, basically to help those people who have never been to see Taylor before, who've never been to a concert before, whose kids really want to go to a concert and they're seeing all these confusing things about Taylor Swift and they don't know how to get tickets, they just want to make their kid happy. I'm doing it for those people. Back in 2014, I went to the Red Tour. We got tickets to the Red Tour and it was my first time, well, I think it was my second concert ever, and like we were so scared about buying tickets and stuff, and I wish there was someone out there who would have offered us like advice and tips on how to get tickets, because there wasn't that out there, you know, there wasn't that available, because obviously social media, even though it was big in like 2013, isn't as big as it is today, sorry. So yeah, I'm just trying to help people. Again, all this information is readily available. If you're after updates on like European tickets or accessibility tickets, please check with the individual stadiums because they are different for every single one. But yeah, those are the people that I'm making these tips and updates for. I know that this information is readily available. I'm not like spoiling people's time. I'm not ruining people's chances. I'm just some random British woman trying to help people get tickets. Taylor Swift has posted about this and given links to all the information herself. If Taylor Swift can do it, like I'm not going to be adding to that. She has like 91 million monthly like users on Spotify, like listeners, sorry. Like there are a lot of people who want to listen to her. Around 8 million people have apparently registered for the pre-sale. Like I'm not going to be the reason you don't get tickets, and a lot of people on TikTok seem to think I am, because obviously I've been to the US, I went to see Taylor in the US, and I am planning to go to a UK show, maybe more than one, and people have been acting like I'm the worst human possibly alive, which is really fun. Hopefully people don't do that on here. That would be really nice if that was not a thing, but I just wanted to like say this before it happens, just in case, just so we can prepare ourselves. But yeah, it's been a lot. It's been a lot just for trying to help people, but fingers crossed. Honestly, I wish you all the best of luck in getting tickets. Please be kind to people online. Everyone is stressed about this ticket sale situation. I know everybody is stressed. It is a stressful time. Everybody just wants to see their favourite artist in concert, and the way to go about it is not to be nasty to other people who also want to see their favourite artist in concert. So yeah, treat people with kindness, spread love, spread positivity and stuff. Don't be mean to people online, especially behind anonymous accounts. Don't do it. But yeah, I hate ending it on that kind of note because I love being so positive online and stuff, but I feel I have to explain myself before like there's inevitable comments of people being like, no. But yeah, hopefully this helps a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope these tips help and these updates help. That's all I want to do. But yeah, thank you so much and have a great day.